Hey all, Bree from the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I have got a gift for you this holiday season. If you love the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I mean love the No Guilt Mom podcast, then tell us about it. Leave us a review, and you can be entered to win a No Guilt Mom gift card. All you have to do is leave a review, take a screenshot, and then simply go to noguiltmom.com/review to enter our giveaway for a free No Guilt Mom gift card, simply for telling us what you think about the podcast. It is amazing. But don't delay. Get right on this, as we're going to be giving away that No Guilt Mom gift card on December 21st. So get right on over and visit noguiltmom.com/review.
Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast. I am your host, Joanne Crone, joined here by my super duper flamboyant, resplendent, candy red co-host, Bree Tucker.
Why, hello, everybody. How are you?
So we are celebrating our 100th episode today of the No Guilt Mom podcast. And we have listeners here joining us live on Zoom. So listeners, are you excited to be here?
Woo!
Yay! Oh my gosh. And if we had a little pre-show with all of our listeners before, and I had to write my cues down. So if you saw, I looked down. Remember? I looked down for that. But our 100th episode, I can't believe it's here. It hasn't been a year yet that we've been producing. September will be our year, but we were 100 episodes in and we decided to celebrate with a live episode. So in this episode, you're going to hear trivia questions. So we encourage you to play along in the car, if you listen in the car, or if you listen when you're drinking your tea, or if you listen right before bed and you've got me time.
I listen to podcasts in the shower.
Really?
Yeah. Because so like if I try to listen to them in the car, my kids give me a hard time about because whatever podcast I'm listening to. Wait, sometimes it's ours, sometimes it's not. But I listen to them in the shower. Am I alone? Does anybody else listen to podcasts in the shower?
The shower is interesting.
I just stick my phone like right outside the shower and I hit play and it just goes through a podcast while I'm in the shower.
It must amplify very nicely with all of the echoes that are in the shower.
It does. I used to have a speaker in the bathroom, but I moved it. Maybe I should bring it back.
I can't listen in the car if my kids are there. If my kids are not there, that is my podcast.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of time in the car without my kids.
That's true. I mean, you drive over here.
I do. And sometimes I'm listening to that. I also do my audiobooks because remember, we have a book club.
Yes.
And the book club keeps me busy. I do audiobooks with that one. So
yes, for sure. Well, we are so excited to celebrate this 100th episode with all of you. And let's get on with the show. My son is playing a game right now on his computer where he's a thief and the cops are after him. So I'm so excited about this new app, Give As We Grow, where instead of being the quote unquote bad guys, kids are practicing giving back.
That is so cool, Joanne. I really wish that there was something like this when my kids were younger that got them excited about giving back to others and helped them build a better understanding of what it really means to volunteer.
Give As We Grow is the first of its kind free educational mobile app for children ages 8 to 11 that teaches kids via fun, service-focused mini-game quests to tap into their unique talents and interests to help others.
And did you know that studies show that there is a biological connection between generosity and happiness, and that volunteering improves people's physical and mental health? I mean, kids who volunteer typically do better in school and are less likely to engage in risky behaviors. And that is something that I think we all want for our kids.
Ready to spark a new movement in generosity? Find and download Give As We Grow for free in the App Store for Android and iOS. And for resources for the whole family, visit giveaswegrow.org. This message is sponsored by Greenlight. It is so hard to raise kids who know how to manage money. Bree, right now, my kids are all about earning money for presents. My daughter wants to get presents for all of her friends, and my son is doing a Secret Santa with his friends.
Oh, I hear you. And if you're looking to raise kids that are financially responsible, we have got a lifesaver recommendation for you that you need to check out. It is Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families that gives kids and teens an easy and fun way to gain financial literacy all while giving parents peace of mind.
You can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and even keep an eye on kids' spending with real-time notifications. Meanwhile, your kids can begin their journey towards financial autonomy by learning how to save, invest, and spend wisely.
So sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/NGM.
That's greenlight.com/NGM to try Greenlight for free. Greenlight.com/NGM. Hey, if you are struggling right now with homework time with your kids or it's going to be a struggle just going back to in-person learning and being out of the routine for a whole weird pandemic year, come to Homework Simplified. It is our free parent event where you get to hang out with me and Bree, and we give you all of these tips and tricks that you can use as a parent to make homework time fight-free, stress-free, less tears, handle all the high emotions, and it's a good time. So join us. It's at noguiltmom.com/homework. You want mom life to be easier. That's our goal too. Our mission is to raise more self-sufficient and independent kids, and we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to help you delegate and step back. Each episode will tackle strategies for positive discipline, making our kids more responsible and making our lives better in the process. Welcome to the No Guilt Mom Podcast. So let's get this 100th episode going.
Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, wait. So we have a little background story on this that I kind of precursed to before we were talking to people before the episode started. So the 100th episode, it's really interesting. I totally forgot that it was the 100th episode because as the podcast producer, It's my job to keep track of the schedule, guys. So I have and Bree likes systems. I like things to be routine. It helps me. I say it's my way of not forgetting stuff because I am super forgetful. So I know that every even numbered episode is a guest episode, and every odd numbered episode is a Bree and Joanne episode. So anyways, we were doing episodes recently and Joanne was like, okay, what episode is this one? And I'm like, oh, the one that we just did is episode 95. And she's like, oh, wow, we're getting close to 100. What's our 100th episode? And I'm like, oh, it's guest so-and-so. And she's like, wait a minute, we should be doing a big party for our 100th episode. I swear, guys, I was sitting at my desk and I just slowly turned and looked at her and I'm like, we have a system. And she's like, but no, we should do something fun. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to need time to think about this because now you're messing up my numbers. And I just don't know how I feel about that.
As is most things that happen in this office.
Which is weird because I'm a pretty easygoing, happy person. But the idea of having a party instead of a guest on the 100th episode I was like, can't we do it on episode 101? And she's like, no. I'm like, what about episode 99? And she's like, no.
It's the 100th episode.
So it took some convincing to get Bree on board here. But I'm here. I'm happy. I love it.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So to start it off, we're going to do a No Guilt Mom trivia game. So for our guests who are joining us live, that's your hand raise when you know a trivia question. And we're keeping track of points. And the winner will get a $100 gift certificate to No Guilt Mom.
I'd like to take a quick second, though, to acknowledge all of our fun friends we have here today and where they're from. So before we started, we asked where is everybody from? And we have, because I was like, on our end, with our podcast hosting service, I just get to see the countries in general where our listeners are from. Sometimes it'll break it down by city, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's where people are listening from. So we have people here today we have El Paso represented. We have Santa Barbara, Fontana. We have some Phoenix, whoop, hometown. Let's see. We have,
Australia.
Yeah, Australia, but I'm trying to figure out how to say the name of the
Bendigo?
city. Bendigo? Is that right?
Yes.
Yay! Atlanta. It is amazing.
It's amazing.
We've got a lot of people here today from all over the place. So I love it.
And we're going to hear from people too.
Love it. Love it. And then, we've got, so some of the names that I know, because I saw from our sign-in list, we have Angela here, Liz, Kim, we have Marie.
Holinda.
Yep. We have Elisa, Susan, Samantha, Karen, Jane, Shirley. We have Heather, Joe, Helen, so many people here today. It's amazing. Woo!
I am excited.
Ooh, Windsor,
Ontario.
Yay.
Okay, are we ready for trivia?
Okay, she's like,
let's go.
She really wants to play this game. Don't they want to know what
ready.
they're playing for, though?
We already said $100 gift certificate to
we
No Guilt
did?
Mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all very, very excited. So with our No Guilt Mom products, we have the SIB journal system, which helps siblings get along. We have Homework 911, Homework Mastery, which are coming back. August 9th is when those release again for the week. And we have Emotions 911, which helps kids understand their own emotions. And our No Guilt Mom parenting class, Calm and Happy Parenting, which was also fun when I decided to tell Bree that we were going to create a parenting class.
Yeah. Well, again, so Joanne's really big on this whole mantra, and you've heard it before in the podcast of the whole like do it scared. Like just
it's from my friend Ruth. Yeah,
yes.
I get it from her. Yes.
Yeah. Bree isn't quite as on board with the do it scared. Bree's a little bit more of I'm scared.
I'm like, let's try it. Let's see how it goes. And then we could pivot.
Yes.
And that it's just exciting. So here we go. We're going to play some No Guilt Mom trivia. Are you guys ready? Okay.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
Okay. Question.
Oh, just a reminder, when you're buzzing in, you're going to hit your reaction button with your hands up.
Your hand raised.
Okay.
Yeah. Raise the hand. Here we go. What does Joanne say at the beginning of each podcast? Karen, you are the first one in. You can unmute. Hello. Yes. Hello. You were saying what I said. Yeah.
I'm both going, wait, what?
I'm like, hello. Yes, Karen, you get a point. Bonus points. Do you know who I kind of steal that from? It is Armchair Expert. I steal it from Dax Shepard. He goes, welcome. And I changed it to hello.
Yeah. So Dax, if you're listening, we'll have you on anytime. You can come on and tell us to get our own ideas.
Okay. So Karen has 1 point. Okay. Next one. Yay! Karen's dancing. Okay, next one. Finish this phrase, and suddenly my kids will be living in a Liz.
They're going to be living in a van down by the river.
Yeah! Liz gets 1 point.
That's one of my favorite phrases, and that one I also cannot take credit for, Mr. Chris Farley.
It is Chris Farley.
Yes.
You're learning all of our
nod to Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live.
Our creative borrowing, but we do give attribution. That is one thing. We
do.
Give attribution. Okay. Number three. What does Bree say at the end of each podcast episode?
Okay,
Liz.
Karen, did you know? Because your hand is up. And then Liz was second. Okay. All right. Liz.
And we'll see you next time.
Oh, it's very close.
Very
Not
close.
it though. Bree, what do you say?
Now this one also I stole. I took creative from Anchorman, and at the end of each episode, I say, "Thanks for stopping by." little nod to Christine Applegate on that one.
Number 4. What is the name of Joanne's my dog?
I know it's tricky. That's a hard one.
Liz again.
Addie, because I know
You got it.
Wow!
It's Addie. Liz, you have 2 points. Karen has 1 point.
Bonus question. What kind of a
There's a
pet
bonus
does Bree
question?
have? Does anybody know what pet I have? Liz is like, I know. All right, Liz, what is it? What kind of pet do I have?
A dog.
I do.
Okay.
I don't think I say his name though, ever. So
Maxie.
Max?
yeah. Max, yes. Okay, man.
Okay, next question. Number 5. What life skill did Bree not know how to do when she went off to college?
This has been on a lot of episodes recently. Kim.
Wash clothes in college.
Yes, I did not know how to wash my clothes. Thank you very much. I tried to get my old college roommate to come on for this episode and she was busy. So I was like, Linda, you need to be there so that people know I'm not lying, that I really was that helpless. But yes.
I believe you.
You know me. Yes. I was like, first week after school started. Yeah. So how do I get these things cleaned?
No.
My mom isn't here.
It's a learning process for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Aubrey here, and I wanted to share one of my favorite gifts to give during the holiday season, a Storyworth book. It is the most amazing gift ever. Storyworth is an online service that lets you create a special and unique gift of someone's story. I've given Storyworth books to both of my parents, and it has been their favorite gift, hands down. And did I mention it is so easy? Storyworth emailed my parents questions every week that I handpicked from their massive list of questions that they have. All my parents had to do was open their email and answer them. That easy. I asked my dad questions like, did you have any rules that you set for yourself as a parent, which you immediately broke? And he did. I even asked both of my parents, are you more like your mom or your dad? And they shared a lot of really amazing qualities that I didn't know about my grandparents at the time. Then at the end of the year, Storyworth compiles all of their answers, puts them into this gorgeous book that covers everything. My parents love showing us their books, and I personally love getting a chance to read them. With Storyworth, I am giving those I love a thoughtful and personal gift from the heart that preserves their memories and stories for years to come. Go to storyworth.com/NGM and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/NGM to save $10 on your first purchase.
We're hitting that time of year where my brain gets so overloaded in December that I look for anything to make life easier. And I have to say, Brie, that Green Chef is one of those services.
Yes, Green Chef is there to take away the dreaded, oh my goodness, what are we going to eat for dinner tonight? You can eat clean all holiday long with over 80 weekly meal options each week, featuring things like quick and easy, protein-packed, calorie-smart, or my personal favorite, the keto options.
And you don't have to lose track of healthy eating habits during the holidays because every Green Chef customer gets a free session with one of their registered dietitians who can walk you through how to make clean eating work for you, which is very cool.
And I have to say that I have been loving their recipes lately. They put things together I have never thought of. This week, we're trying the lemon basil caper pork with sauteed cauliflower, bell peppers, almonds, and feta cheese, my favorite. Their recipes make it so easy to support my wellness goals without skipping on flavor.
For Green Chef's best deal of the year, get $250 off with code NGM250 at greenchef.com/NGM250. That's greenchef.com/NGM250. And don't forget to use that code NGM250 to get $250 off.
Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
Okay, number 6. What city and state do we record the No Guilt Mom podcast in? Liz!
Chandler, Arizona.
You got
Oh
it!
my gosh, yes! I would have accepted Phoenix. That's amazing.
Chandler, Arizona. I was like, Heather, I know you're from North Phoenix on here. So I'm like, oh, you'll know. Because she actually knows Chandler too. Well,
Yeah.
I think Liz knows Chandler as well.
Number 8. How many kids does Joanne have? Okay, well, those came up at the same time. Who do I go with?
I think it's Liz.
Okay.
By a hair.
Liz.
2.
2. Good job.
Liz is sweeping it right now. The scores right now, 1 for Karen, 4 for Liz, and 1 for Kim.
All right, next question is follow up. How many kids does Bree have? Oh, Liz.
2.
Yes, 2. Perfect. Woo! All right. There are 2 possible answers for this question. We'll accept either, or you get a second bonus point if you know both. What job did Joanne do before starting No Guilt Mom?
It says get his family, but I don't know your first name.
Sorry, I'm Jane. That's because
Hello.
my daughter's Zoom classes.
Oh, got it. Yes.
Zoom classes, always.
Awesome. Okay, so what did Joanne do?
Joanne was a teacher.
She was. Yay! She had one more career before teaching. Does anybody know what that one was?
I don't know what
Liz
that one was.
You don't know? Liz is like, I know. Thank you, Jane. Okay, Liz, what's the other career?
She used to work at a Hollywood talent agency.
I did work at a Hollywood talent agency. Point for Liz and point for Jane.
Woo! All right. This one might be, I'm not sure how many people got this one. I did mention something about it recently. So
This one I looked at her and I'm like, is it this? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
yeah, we said it a few times, but I have to really listen to the intros to get this part. What type of music is my favorite type of music? Liz.
Going out on a stretcher. It was either rock or metal. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's very
Very
close.
close.
Okay, Kim, let's see if anybody can get it exactly right.
Ooh, I was going to say the same thing. Alternative music? I don't know.
Alternative music's
know.
very close as well.
Well, it is alternative, but it's very specific.
Give us some bands.
Let's see. Rancid, the Ramones. Let's see who else.
Oh, ska?
the Misfits. Oh, ska. Yeah, I do love ska, and ska is a subgenre of it, so I'll go with that. It's punk. I am a huge punk fan, which kind of sucks being in Arizona because all the good punk shows are in Europe.
Oh,
Europeans love punk. And they're all my bands. I'm like, whenever I'm looking to see like where their next show is going to be, it's like England or Germany. And I'm like, man, like Arizona. And you know what? There are 3 punk concerts in Phoenix.
yeah.
All while we're going to be in Europe.
Oh, it's
The one time I go to Europe and all the bands I like are coming here. What is that? What is that? The universe is like out to make my life difficult. Sorry, tangent done. I'm going to step down from my soapbox. Okay.
Okay, get your hands over that buzzer because this is the last one. Finish the statement. The best mom is a... Whoa! Oh, we got Heather.
Here we go. A happy mom.
Yay!
Woohoo! So we have Heather with 1 point, Jane with 1 point, Kim with 1 point, Karen with 1 point, and Liz with 6 points.
Liz,
you're the winner!
Woo! Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. I had a softball question in there.
Oh, really?
That question 7.
Oh,
that was my softball question.
Oh,
So-
let's open it up then.
Yeah, so I was going to say, can we have a discussion on this one? I would love to hear, like, my softball question, in case these were too hard, was who has been your favorite guest on the podcast so far?
And if you could raise your hand and you could say like which episode you've enjoyed or
Yeah.
who you've liked us talking to or somebody that maybe you just found interesting and learned from. Who was your favorite guest, Bree?
Ned Johnson.
Ned Johnson.
He was just fun. And it was also, to be honest, I mean, it was my birthday weekend. So
was.
like as soon as we were done the podcast, we went out to dinner or went out to lunch. So like it was a pretty awesome day.
If
But
you
I
guys-
really enjoyed him. It was funny.
If you've listened to the Ned Johnson podcast, oh my gosh, that episode, we had so many interruptions during that episode.
Oh, I know, right? And he
Yeah,
recorded
but-
it from his bathroom.
His
Which
bathroom.
I thought was hilarious too. He was like, it was during the pandemic. So I was like, oh, so we're going to do it from your bathroom? Because you could see like the medicine cabinet and the shower curtain behind him.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, it is the only room in the house where nobody is at. And I was like, oh, okay. I get it. I go hide in the bathroom too sometimes at my house.
Jane, who is your favorite guest on the No Guilt Mom podcast?
Oh, I don't remember names, but the organizing one was amazing. I did like all of those things.
Oh, the organizing one. Was it the
Yeah.
one where like you had to separate the room by quadrants and like clean for each quadrant?
It was to do with how to schedule and
And not doing the stop and drop and just
yes,
give your
that's it. That's
Kara
it. Stop
Harvey.
and
Kara
drop. That was amazing.
Harvey.
Yes.
Yes.
We've actually, yeah, I totally get you not knowing exactly who, because we've probably had about 4 people on doing different aspects of organizing.
Mhm. Yeah, we have. That's why I had to ask questions. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
like
I
this.
walk in podcasts, so I don't see the screen. I just
Oh,
that's
see?
a great
There
way
you
to
go.
listen.
It's just like me doing it in the shower. She doesn't get to look at it.
Yeah. Heather, who's been your favorite guest?
I enjoyed, I think it was Amy Carney, the skills to launch or the,
She was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
she's also here in Arizona.
She's
you
in
know that?
Phoenix.
Oh,
She's in Paradise
fantastic.
Valley. And she has
That's
a great
close to us.
Yeah, she's actually halfway between where we are and you are.
Yeah.
Trying
Very
not to give
cool.
away too much.
Yeah.
She's here in the valley, halfway between the two of us.
No, Amy
Yeah.
Carney was a great guest. The skills to launch. And
Oh yeah.
she went on an RV trip with her entire family, and that's where they learned all these skills. And it was just amazing to hear that. And the whole act of letter writing, I remember that specifically from the episode, just like how our
Mhm.
kids don't know how to address a letter. And I saw that a lot as a 5th grade teacher, even like, gosh, it was 8 years ago now, but like kids didn't know how to address a letter then either.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing Christmas cards again now because of that, and I'm going to make my kids address them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a part I hate the most, anyways. So
Teaching
why
life
not give it
skills.
to my kids and let them learn a life skill,
Teaching life skills.
right? Liz, who's your favorite?
Oh, so first of all, they're all good guests.
They are. They're all good guests. I've enjoyed every one of them.
And boy, really toss up between Lisa Bravo and well, I guess Lisa Bravo just stands out because I had a toss up, but I guess she's the one that stands out the most.
She's pretty awesome. She was on twice.
She was on
She's
twice.
part
yeah.
of our 2 Timers Club. What did we name it? We renamed it.
The second timers, then we just stuck with two timers because we're like, oh, it's funny.
Okay. And that is another nod to SNL because whenever they had people that were repeatedly hosting, they had during the 80s and 90s, they would have it be like the third timers club, the five timers club, and they had smokers jackets they would wear.
Yes.
And like whiskey and cigars.
I remember this sketch.
Of course, it was men. There was never a woman in there.
It was probably like 15 years ago. That sketch.
Oh, yeah. It was like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. They couldn't get away with that now. No way.
Kim, who is your favorite?
I'm trying to remember her last name. Her first name is Michelle, but teachable skills to help kids. Yes. Kids thrive.
Yes.
She's one of our favorites too. She just makes us laugh and she's so animated and just has wonderful stories to share.
She was enjoyable. Yeah.
Also a two-timer.
On the Two Timers Club.
She's written 2 books during the time of the year that we've been out.
Yes. Like Unselfie and Thrivers.
Yes.
Thrivers. And it was funny on our Thrivers interview. Like I remember all like the little specifics in the interview.
Yeah.
That was when I was fighting with my internet and my Wi-Fi. And like there's no bigger like stress as a podcaster when you're interviewing a guest that's very hard to book and schedule. And then your whole internet cuts out and you drop them. You just drop them, it goes black.
Yeah, you'll have to go through and you have to listen to that episode that we have with Michelle Borba because that thing was like a Frankenstein episode. We took a piece from here, a piece from there, because again, it kept getting dropped. And for people that do recordings of podcasts and do them with Zoom, you will understand that we had like all these separate files we had to keep trying to piece together. It was,
Oh, yeah. No lie. After that incident, I called the cable company. We upgraded our entire internet. They drilled holes in our walls to move our router because I am like, that is never happening again.
But so God bless Michelle. She was
wonderful.
Like, no problem. We'll do it. It's all good. She is as peppy and optimistic and energetic in person as she comes across on air.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that.
That's one of my favorite things about doing this podcast is all the people we get to meet because there's been amazing people that we've got to meet.
Do you guys want to know the secret about why Joanne wanted to start a podcast?
Why?
One of the reasons you told me when we first started? Because you wanted an excuse to meet all your favorite authors.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good excuse.
And we've knocked out a lot of that list. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
I got to say, launching a podcast during the pandemic was not a bad idea.
It was amazing because everyone had speaking gigs that were all canceled.
I know. People were like, sure, let's go hang out. Let's do stuff. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I have to say that like after all the books that I've read, like if you want to hear some stories, like our biggest person that we got, the first one was Jessica Leahy, who wrote The Gift of Failure. And that was a scream in the car kind of incident. Like Brie texted me and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so nice. And I was so excited. And Jessica, she's a 2-timer.
Yes, she is. It was funny because she said yes. She's like, well, I happen to be writing a new book, so I'm happy to have a distraction for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she is the one who introduced us to all of her friends, which we are beyond thankful for. Because
which included like
a lot.
Michelle Borba.
It was Michelle Borba,
Tina.
Ned Johnson, Tina Payne Bryson. Like, I mean, we are beyond thankful to Jessica Leahy. She is a wonderful, wonderful human being. And if you have not read her books already, The Gift of Failure and The Addiction Inoculation, go get her books.
Yes.
Because wonderful, wonderful human being.
Okay. So does anybody else have any special episodes that they really enjoyed? No pressure there.
No pressure. Any questions? Any comments?
Like I said before, questions are open to anything outside of our social security number, bake routing number, or personal address. But anything else is on the table. Yes, Kim has her hand up.
Just wanted to say that I voted for you guys. So excited. When do you find out?
Okay, so you're talking about the 16th Annual People's Choice Podcast Awards, which if you haven't voted, we'll put a link in the show notes for this episode. Oh, wait, but it'll be over by then. Oh man. Okay, well, by the time this airs, I'm hoping we'll know. Mm-hmm. So this was the first round of votes to get to the final ballot. And then they're like doing a random queue of people to vote for that. So I don't know, but fingers are crossed. So the short answer is I don't know, Kim. But I appreciate it Because for those people that know me, know that like it's my dream for us to get a podcast award.
Yes. Yes. We also, Brie put us up for the Mom 2.0 Iris Awards as well. And we hear nominations for that in August.
Yes.
We're nominated.
Now that one's interesting because we have a trip planned.
We have a trip planned. We're going on a girls trip with our friend Shayna to
Yes.
Italy on a cruise, which is like so scary. Like I've never been away from my family on that sort of vacation before. There's a lot of guilt I am working through on this one. And I like encourage moms to take time for themselves. So I am going for it and I'm doing it scared and it's gonna happen. Hopefully it happens.
I'm nervous because I've never gone over an ocean before. So I'm nervous about that. Joanne and our friend Shayna have promised that they will keep me busy or knock me out or something. Because
It'll be good. There's so many movies on the plane.
That's what I was about ready to say. Like, I think it's going to be a little bit similar to the Bridesmaids when you had to get the girl. I forgot her name now. The main character.
There's someone on the wing. There's a quit.
She's on. Hey.
Yeah.
That's going to be me. I'm going to be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But I'm excited because I've never been, and that's like a dream of mine. And so, yeah.
Yeah. But that one, the reason it's a problem for Mom 2.0
because it's right. So like Mom 2.0 is like 2 days before we leave to go out of the country for like a week and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. And then right after it, I'm a speaker at a big podcast conference that I can't tell the name of yet, but that's coming up too, right when we get back. So
I know. It's crazy.
It's going to be a crazy month.
It is crazy. Yeah. So October, we are going to be like insanely busy.
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Well, it is the end of our 100th episode. We made it, Brie.
Oh my gosh, we did. It's already 30 minutes. Wow. Holy cowser.
It has been so amazing to have all of you here with us to celebrate our 100th episode. Please keep letting us know what you want to hear on the No Guilt Mom podcast. We are always looking for ideas, and we want to make sure that we make episodes that you like and that you find helpful. So please give us all the feedback you can. And until next time, the best mom's a happy mom. Take care of you, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for stopping by. Are you looking for something to listen to with your whole family? Then check out 6 Minutes, produced and created by Gen Z Media. With over 200 twisty, cliffhanger-filled episodes, 6 Minutes tells the story of 11-year-old Holiday who is pulled from the icy waters with no memory of who she is or where she came from.
3 years ago, Brinley Pasternak helped the Anders family uncover the truth about Holiday's past. Now she'll need them to help her find the truth about hers. In 6 Minutes Out of Time, the long-awaited sequel, Cyrus Anders is found unconscious near the mysterious Elixir Academy in Florida, and Brinley learns the school may have a shocking connection to her missing mother.
Dive in now and get the most downloaded family audio adventure in history. Follow 6 Minutes wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen early and ad-free with the GZM family subscription.